What are you looking at, you hockey puck?
Well, hello, kiddies. It's your friendly neighborhood watchman here with you again with another video. This one is in regards to Disney's big woke bomb, Lightyear. Of course, if you're watching this, most of you know the situation with this latest installment of Toy Story. Tim Allen was not brought back to voice Buzz Lightyear. Him being a conservative, I'm sure, is just a big, fat coincidence. And it seems Disney will go on putting woke crap into their films and TV shows and theme parks until maybe there's a backlash. And it kicks them where it hurts, in the wallet. That will take some doing. But signs are pointing that the pendulum is slowly swinging back the other way. This has just gone on too far, as stated in my last video, where a gay man had written an open letter, about going too far. This has gone towards grooming children and trying to make it acceptable for MAP. So MAP, minor attracted person, trying to normalize that crap. And Disney, as a multi-billion-dollar company, they have the resources to fund their woke crap for a while. It'll take them a lot to bring them to bankruptcy, but if they're going to double and triple down, and at this point, even if they hypothetically just got rid of all the woke nonsense, I know people like me, you're just not going to forget. And the only reason they would have stopped is because they saw the tide turning. But a lot of companies, not just Disney, just jumped on the train. Virtue signaling to there's no tomorrow. But anywho, I digress. We gotta get to this article. So, the byline is from Kyle Smith. Lightyear flop is a sign audiences are wary of Hollywood wokeness. Amen. Hollywood was founded by and for generations run by pure showmen who were fanatically devoted to giving the audience what it wanted. Today, Hollywood's message is, let us entertain you, but first, a brief lecture on what's wrong with you, the audience. Artists and entertainment corporations have always been desperate to be taken seriously, hence their need to manufacture respectability via awards given out by highfalutin, august-sounding institutions, such as the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences. Sciences? You guys are creating pretty pictures, not curing cancer. Touché, Mr. Smith. The Oscars originally went to box office giants, glossy romantic dramas, and swaggering historical epics. Then the movie industry divided into awards pictures and audience pictures. In the past few years, even the audience pictures have started to fill up with reminders about racism, feminism, immigration, etc. These are important matters, but people go to the movies primarily for escape. Got that right. Get that crap out of here. One reason Gun Maverick is such a huge success. Huge! The biggest movie of Tom Cruise's career, and probably the biggest movie of this year, is that it simply ignores all quarrelsome real-world issues. Gun Maverick seeks merely to entertain, not to persuade you that the people who made it are virtuous. Meanwhile, Disney's much-touted Lightyear came out and did surprisingly poorly. Not surprisingly to me. After a lot of week-of-release talk about the lesbian relationship in the film, the same-sex marriage is a small part of the story, and no one should be bothered by the existence of gay people, even in a kids' movie. But the shocking underperformance must have Disney wondering whether people stayed away because they thought, even if mistakenly, that Lightyear was a message movie. Yeah, well, you shouldn't have put that anyway in a kids' movie. How you like them apples, Kyle? Disney's decision to spend a couple of minutes of screen time reminding us that it's a gay-friendly company may well have costed millions in ticket sales for what was supposed to be its annual Pixar mega blockbuster. Disney has to consider the idea that there might be many Pixar fans who have no problem with gay marriage, who nevertheless would prefer the matter be left out of kids' movies. Bingo! That's just what I said! Disney also chose a side in the Florida dispute about teaching sexual orientations to little kids. And it may it did, buddy, have damaged one of the world's most valuable brands. It wrecked them, that's what it did. James Patterson, the quintessence of a popular writer who doesn't care about sending a message, was swamped with criticism when he suggested white male writers in Hollywood are victims of just another form of racism. That sounds dumb on the surface, but every producer in Hollywood is loudly proclaiming his commitment to inclusivity, which is another way of saying he is desperate to hire people other than non-handicapped straight white males. TV networks are proudly announcing new requirements that, at for instance CBS, at least 50% of staff writers be members of minority groups. Once hired, such staffers often push for stories about pressing social problems. Result, a British TV survey found that 62% of viewers think political correctness has gone too far. Yeah, that's what I said earlier, before even getting into this article. I'm in a lot of meetings now where people tell me this will never get on because it's not woke enough. Wow. Observes Egyptian-born British comedy writer-producer Ash Atala. Polling shows TV producers are much more interested in foregrounding issues such as transgender rights than the British public, which is notably more PC than we Americans are. America. In the US, a poll focusing on the entertainment industry found that 65% agree that corporate wokeness has gone too far. It's amusing that members of the entertainment industry often refer to it as quote-unquote the industry, as though they have forgotten the most important word. With the collapse in Netflix stock price, Disney's box office headache, and the revival of Top Gun, Hollywood execs must be wondering whether their progressive politics have amounted to a kind of self-imposed woke tax. Oh yeah. This just caught my eye, and I shall read it because I like it. You ain't seen nothing yet. This is from Atta777. You ain't seen nothing yet. In 2024, when the woke requirements for Oscar nominations go into effect, it is likely most movies will be almost unwatchable for the simplest of reasons. Nothing kills creativity more effectively than the demands for conformity of thought. Excellent. And I agree, buddy. Well, trash Disney. Can you believe? As a kid, like what Disney has become, what this society has become. Tell you, bud, Sodom and Gomorrah, and you know what happened to those cities. And if you don't, look it up. Well, folks, with this feel-good of a story, I shall leave it on a fairy tale ending. So I ask you to please hit that like button, smash it to infinity and beyond, man. Help a small channel out. And subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop a new video. And with that, I thank you. And as always, stay safe, and I bid you peace.